Alright, today I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic Revolution 3's most recent feature focus. I believe this is the last one because they only said they had 4 planned, which is a bit disappointing. I'll get into that at the end of the video. Also, apologies if there's any background noise. I am recording outside.
Welcome back, park managers. In this module, we'll be looking at the range and ease of customization available with your scenery and structures. This is where you'll really get to leave your mark. You'll have access to several exciting themes when building out your parks. Plus, we have tons of ready-to-go blueprints so you can get them up and running quickly and easily. But before we get into the building, you'll need to think about how your guests and staff will get around. There's plenty of paving to choose from to match any aesthetic. With thousands of versatile pieces available for you to build with, you can curate your guests' dinosaur experiences like never before. Take your time using our tools to carefully craft structures, building out your park exactly as you want. Remember those blueprints I mentioned? Well, you'll find there's even more you can access, shared by other park managers through our workshop. You can easily access the workshop without even needing to leave your park, making finding new creations much easier. Browse through a wide range of unique designs and build out your blueprint collection. And don't forget to upload your own. We're very excited to watch your parks develop and see just how far you'll push your designs. Be sure to watch the rest of our modules for further training on managing your parks.
Alright, let's begin. So, modular building. That was first off a surprise to see. I wasn't anticipating it to be in Evolution 3, but here we are now with it. I like it. I'm glad to have it because it just lets you build literally anything you want. You have no creative restrictions unless you're just bad at the game, I guess. This is the same Hawaii map. Not much to gauge here other than the guests. I will say, just going forward, I have watched other content creators do reviews on this video, and it is very unfortunate. It seems like Frontier has not made it to where the guests just, like, look, there's none here. There's benches, there's a fountain, but then look at this, they're all over here. And I think these ones are, like, going around this tree or something like that. So, honestly, it sucks. Like, look, there's no guests here, none here, there's none up here. Like, they just, I don't even know how to describe it. They're like herds of chickens or sheep. They're just following the path wherever something valuable is, like a hotel, a dinosaur. They don't have any level of randomness, so that just really sucks. Got the Malta map. I do like these little girders here. Adds some height to the aviary. Other than that, nothing else. Yep. Nope. No, go back a frame. Yep, again, look, see? They just do. Look at this. Look at this. This is like some intricately designed circle. And then look, there's clearly a path going right through it. These guests just steamroll right through. Screw personal space. And then look, they don't even go around the other side. They just go around, which means there's nothing of value right here. It just sucks. Also, there's the research center. I just see that in the background. Got these hotels. Okay, gotta go back by a frame. There we go. This looks like it's on the Canada map, actually, now that I think about it, because the Canada map in the second game has a body of water that looks exactly like this. Little island surrounded by water. It's probably a different version of the map. It's probably not copied and pasted over, but it is nice to see. I think it's returning. Got some hotels. Chatterley? Is that like a different name for a hotel? Got people going up and down the paths. This generator is absolutely just crammed in there, it seems. And you got a single domed aviary. I wonder what's in there. Alright. I saw this part Evolution Squares video. First off, new paths, as she brought up. New paths, I like it. We got some sand, we got some gravel. I mean, if we're not going to get a path tool, like what Planet Coaster has, or Planet Zoo, I'm glad to have new path types and to have modular building because we can at least build a bridge with the individual pieces. The one question is, will that bridge even work? Also, why do they just keep putting Ketzes in single dome aviaries? I feel like they're actively just making this a joke. Look at this Sorrow salad. It's nice to see. This is just nice to see. I like this building. Bloody Centaurosaurus. I was surprised to see this thing get confirmed. What? First off, nest. We got a raised platform for this. We got some old Greek-looking structures. We got a Maltese building in the background. Why is there... Oh, no, that's a temperate tree. Wait, Malta and temperate... Oh, no, wait, these are ginkgos. Why are there ginkgos in this enclosure? Centaurosaurus can't eat from ginkgo trees. That doesn't make any sense. I guess they're just purely aesthetic. Anyway, Centau. Now, this is interesting. Centau was not on my... I thought it was going to be cut. In fact, I'm pretty sure almost 90% of the community thought it was going to get cut. So it's surprising to see it. Now, do I hate it? No. In fact, as much... I feel like the community hates certain dinosaurs just because they bring nothing unique to the table. And they would care less. Like, if Centaurosaurus got Thanos snapped out of existence, no one would care. Literally no one would care. Just that, yeah, I don't know. So hopefully they change some things, like it has good skins and animations, that way people care about it and use it. Because otherwise, Centaurosaurus, even from day one, is just going to be forgotten. That would be hilarious. Just see 0 people use it in their parks. Even when they do the campaign mode, they just like, nah, ignore it. Nope, that's a toppy jar. Ooh, okay, well. This is crazy. That's all I'm going to say. This is just crazy. Look at this. Look at the detail. And of course you got guests just being sporadic. Got the lights. Got the paths. That is a Triceratops. Look at all these paths, man. Look at this. Now, I'm not sure what all these paths mean. These are the natural. These are the wide paths. You got these ones with trees on them. So, I'm assuming these paths with the trees, maybe you can actually put trees on them. And then these are just grassy paths that just look like this. Ooh. I'm seeing people talk about this. We have no idea if guests actually will sit on these benches. For all intents and purposes, they could just materialize there like a... I don't know what you would call it. They just materialize there. Yep. Yeah, this is crazy. Look at this. Toppy jar right there. Nice to see it returning. Little rock bridge. I'm assuming maybe they can try to use. The Mank. Let's go. Okay. First off, crazy amount of stuff we got here. Unfortunately, the YouTube UI is in the way, which is annoying. I can't get rid of it. Cost 0. We got the move. We got the 3D move. We got rotate. We got scale tools. Access toggle local. Move snap. Collision. Now that's interesting. We can turn on collision. Does that mean we can make a wall that isn't real to the dinosaurs? Or better yet, does that mean the wall can be destroyed? Like if collision is off, it can just be like destroyed. Like in the gameplay trailer, the second gameplay trailer, they showed rafters escaping and there was like knocked over benches and stuff. I'm assuming that's cinematic, which is, I mean, unfortunate. But maybe some of the items can be knocked over. I would appreciate it, please. We also got place, back, delete, psycho gizmo, move, and angle snap. You can't see those options, but hopefully you can see them. So, all in all, we got ourselves a lot of fun stuff. Hopefully this is easy to use on console. And also if we come over here, holy, oh damn, this person has a lot of money, jeez. And the Meg. Not a big shocker. I mean, it makes sense. Meg was requested the moment, even before Evolution 2 released, actually, people were speculating, will Megalodon be in the game? And for a long time, people demanded and begged for it, and here it is. So it makes sense why it's here. It's good to see the Meg back. It is also nice to see this rock arch. This really just shows that you don't have to make something, like, you don't have to make a building. You literally can just do this. If you want to put a rock arch in your lagoon, just do this. I'm also confused. People say lagoons are getting the short end of the stick, and they're like, oh, they're getting no new stuff, like no new features. Yeah, sure, they get no new attractions like a boat, a sub tour, or like a tunnel tour, which is unfortunate. I would like to have that stuff. But at the very least, at least you could do this. At least you can now make your lagoons into a cave or something. You know, you could do that. Sorapelta. Again, same options here. I like the scaling. Hold on. How many? It only has a scale of 1? Huh? Here. You got Sorapeltas. You got their little nest. Now, Sorapelta caught a lot of people by surprise. I'm not too fussed. I like all the dinosaurs in this game. It's just the way, I don't know, it's decide this little rant. The way the community sees the dinosaurs in this game is they're like, okay, if we can't have every species at launch, we want either all the canon species or we want a well-rounded roster, like diversity. So when people, like other big content creators, make their lists, they just cut all of the random crap dinos, like Sorapelta, Centaurus, Mutanborosaurus. Nobody cares about those things. Nobody cares. But then, when they're like, okay, we need to make sure we have Nodosaurus represented, they use Nodosaurus because Nodosaurus is the most famous member of that animal group. And then they use Sorapelta, I'm guessing. It's a complicated thing. I don't think I'm wording it or describing it right. But I feel like people, if they're like, okay, if the community was like given a choice between you have to include one Nodosaurid in the game, they would pick Nodosaurus. Because no one cares about Sorapelta. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like people just don't care about some of these animals, which kind of sad. I kind of like some of these guys. I really do. I kind of wish like people liked them more. Hold on. Oh my gosh. No, go back. Let's see. Wall, feeders, gates, aviary hatchery, lagoon hatchery, drop-off location, and we got the nests. Nothing crazy here. We do have a map here, which I'm assuming allows you to see the entire world. And we have this. That appears to be a, what's that, a grid tool? And we have decorations. Which one of these is modular building? I want to say it's this one. Got some community creations, nice to see. Ooh, I like these. Ooh, you can put screenshots. I just realized that. You can make it look really cool and dramatic. The Stegs. Well, Jurassic World variant again. Hopefully all the variants return. We got, okay, so we have upload creation subscriptions, my favorites, and my uploads. I'm definitely going to use this. Oh. Okay. Gorgeous. And to round off this video, I'm going to also just be showing off the additions. Actually, what is this called? I don't know. The database, that's it. The database for Jurassic World Evolution 3 on the Jurassic World Evolution 3 website. Yeah, as you can clearly see, I'm a bit behind. Yeah. 3 days till we get a new creature revealed. I like this. Does it add anything? Like, anything crazy? Not really. For starters, not all the species are here. Like, we're missing a couple. Like, we are it feels like, Let me see, let's see. We got Dunk and Ichthyosaurus confirmed, makes sense. Alo's been in the trailer. Anki, Brachy, and Dominus Rex makes sense. All these species have been, even if you watch just a few trailers and you're not somebody who digs deep into the trailer, all of these species are like the general audience knows they're in the game. Except for Troodon. Why is Troodon here? What? Yeah, 3 days till reveal. It's nice to have this little website. It is nice. I'm gonna make some comments on some of these. First up, my favorite dinosaur, Spinosaurus. It's nice to see him return. I am curious how the rebirth Spinosaurus is gonna work with this and all that jazz. Like how it's gonna cohabitate with the JP3. Yeah, paleontology. You got a screenshot. That's cool. Wait for what? 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 Oh, batch size too. It also tells you batch size, diet, gives you some bare bones information. 4 tons? What is this? 4 freaking tons? Makes no sense. I'm not gonna question that. One of the largest meat eating carnivores to ever exist. Not true, man. It weighs 4 tons. It's small apparently. But it is nice to see my Spinosaurus. What else? Pteranodons. Other content creators have made more in-depth videos on this. I'm not going to just because I don't want to nitpick details. I will say, it is weird to only see the Battle at Big Rock variants for Allosaurus, the Jurassic World variant, and the Jurassic World variant of Stegosaurus. I'm a bit concerned that variants have been cut, which I would hate if they got cut. What else? Oh yes, the Raptor. Now, I would watch Best in Slot's video on this. He does it much better. But basically, the male Velociraptor, as a reference to Jurassic Park 3, has quills. Now, if you pay attention to the back of the head, it's probably really hard to notice. Can I try to zoom in? No. But there be quills. I can see them right there. Yeah, 200 kilograms. Any screenshots? No. Got the Tyrannosaurus, Patagotitan. Not a whole lot, honestly, here to learn or gauge. It's pretty bare bones. It's nice to see it, though. Anyway, apart from that, in 3 days' time, I guess I'll try to make a review or talk about the next dinosaur that gets added. But I will be coming out with another video in a few days about some critiques I have with this game. Because let's be honest, there is stuff that Frontier is just not saying. Like, it's nice that they did this. It's nice that they confirmed the fish, well, reptile and fish. But they're not really talking a whole lot. They aren't saying very much. It's honestly concerning. Like, just as a little tease example, if we don't have an improved path tool like what we see in Planet Zoo, then will modular building work like it does in Prehistoric Kingdom? Because in that game, if you make a bridge, the guests will realize, oh, we can walk on this, and they'll use it. But we haven't seen Frontier do that. So it's leading me to believe that modular building is purely aesthetic and has no impact on the dinosaurs, the gameplay, or the guests. It's just purely aesthetic. Yeah. I need an outro. Do the T-Rexes. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That works.